Quadratic functions. The basic formula for a quadratic function is known as this. One of the main characteristics of a quadratic function is that a needs to be not equal to 0. When graphing a quadratic function, you get a parabola. A can change the way the parabola behaves. So if a is positive, then we will get an upward parabola. If a is negative, we will get a parabola that opens downward. This formula, we can know that by looking at it, we know that a is equal to 1, b is equal to 2, and c is equal to 2 as well. Now, if a is positive, this means that the parabola will open up. Looking at c, we can also know the y-intercept, where it is the part in which the parabola intersects with the y-axis. In this case, it'll be 2, okay? Other important parts of a parabola is the vertex, which in this part we can observe it is found in -1, 1. And how do we find the vertex? Negative b over 2a. b, and turn it negative, it will be -2, okay? And 2a, well, it's just 2. So this will give us -1. Now, this value serves us as the axis of symmetry, which is the value of the x-axis in which divides the parabola in half. To find the y value of the vertex, we need to substitute -1, which is the x value, on this formula, 1. So that's how we find the vertex.
Standard form, which is another way to write the quadratic equations. So the formula for the standard form is function of x is equal to a parentheses x negative h parentheses squared plus k. In this case, h and k are the vertex, which is written this way. So as you can see, in here we have to put the x, which is h, in negative form because now in the translations, as we can see, we can plot the vertex just from viewing this, or we can change a previously written parabola by using these two forms. So in this way, x negative h, we can see that a point moves to the right. But if the h is positive, then it moves to the left in the ordinates. So now, with the k, which stands for the y, if it is positive, then the point will move upwards. If it's negative, the point will move downwards.
A complex number is represented as a plus bi, where a is a real number and b is the imaginary one. There are 4 main operations we can do with imaginary numbers: an addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So 3i plus 7i, it's 10i. 5i minus 2i is 3i. And the same will be for a multiplication. 2i times 2i is equal to 4i squared, and 2i squared over 2i is equal to I. But there are various values I can have. There are I squared, I cubed, and I to the 4th power. So when I is to the 1st power, it will be equal to I. When it is to the 2nd power, it will be equal to -1. When it's to the 3rd power, it will be equal to -I. And when it's to the 4th power, it will be equal to 1.